Hey Kentucky, welcome back. Time for a game of Do We Care? We have help tonight from Stamping Ground's own Robert Duncan. Thank you for being here tonight. Robert, what is up first?
Well, State Representative and U.S. candidate Charles Booker has introduced a bill calling for a constitutional amendment automatically and permanently restoring rights for felons who have completed their punishment. Mary Jo and Adam, do we care about this legislation?
I do, because I feel like if they've done the time, then they're part of the voting community again.
Yeah, I care a lot. In a functioning democracy, you got to let people participate, and folks who paid their debt to society ought to be able to rejoin it fully, and that includes being able to vote.
Yes, the voting impacts them as well. All right, Robert, what's next?
Well, one of the legislature's biggest opponents of legalizing medical marijuana in Kentucky now says there is a narrow path forward for it. Do we care about this change in stance from Senate President Robert Stivers?
Absolutely, because I think there needs to be a path forward where medical marijuana is concerned, and it starts with a narrow path. But
it's a path.
Yeah, it's a path.
And so this is a big deal, because Stivers wouldn't be moving if he didn't recognize that his delegation is moving. And this is one of those things that really ought to bring people together to agree, Mary Jo, that the critically and chronically ill deserve every comfort possible, and if it includes medical marijuana, let's do it like a lot of other states around the country, and
yes, we would
and
not
join
be the
future.
first.
Nowhere near it.
All right, Robert, what's next?
Well, speaking of critically and chronically ill people, latest poll in Kentucky health issues shows that 75% of adults in our state support taxing electronic cigarettes, which is the only tobacco product in the bluegrass that isn't already taxed. Do we care about this?
Well, we need the revenue, and why wouldn't it be taxed when every other tobacco product is? I'm totally for it.
It ought to be taxed, and you and I are both parents of middle school kids.
Yeah, it's not
far
yet,
off. But every middle school parent in America is talking about vaping.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yep.
And if this helps create some revenue for the state while discouraging young people, I say let's get it in, and let's raise it as high as it'll go. 10 cents isn't enough. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Let's talk about raising it $1, maybe $2.
Robert, what's next?
And another recent survey shows that Kentucky is 6th in the nation for the largest increase in health insurance premiums over a 5-year period, with a 27% jump. That's a 7% jump above the national average. Do we care about this statistic?
Of course, because everyone should be able to have an affordable health care. I do think that cigarette smoking and obesity is part of that when it all is tied together.
We have a lot of people in Kentucky who are sick because they're what they call the diseases of despair, smoking, cardiovascular, addiction. This has the net result of driving up rates for the rest of us, and it's why we've got to commit to wellness.
Yep. All right, Robert, what's next?
Louisville Gas and Electric and Kentucky Utilities are asking the state to approve the purchase of a facility that would dramatically increase the state's output of solar energy. Mary Jo and Adam, do we care about this?
I care, and I'm going to let Adam tell you why. He's the solar guy.
I care a whole lot because there have been a lot of us who for a number of years now, Mary Jo, who've been working to build the solar pipeline in Kentucky, and to have our biggest utility come in and do this in such a big way demonstrates that this is the future, and we can create it even here in Kentucky. We can fight climate change, and we create thousands of new jobs for our people who are being left behind because the economy shifted.
I mean, doesn't that sound like
it
makes sense?
It's a no-brainer.
I know.
Welcome to the party, KULG&E.